Hi, welcome to another episode of Recorder's Review, a literary analysis of The Roundhouse by Louise N. Erdrich. Plot summary. Joe lives with his mother and father in an OBGYN community during the summer of 1988. One day, his mother, Geraldine, comes home late, and it is soon discovered that she was sexually assaulted, but the perpetrator got away. The attack happened near a sacred OBGYN meeting place called the Roundhouse, so Joe and his friends, including Cappy, go investigate on their own. Joe's father, a judge named Bazil, attempts to use the legal system to find and imprison the culprit, but loopholes keep the attacker, Lyndon Lark, free. Joe's mother falls into a deep depression and locks herself in her room and in her mind from her own family, but eventually testifies against Lark. Joe and Cappy set out vengeance and confront Lark outside of a golf course. Cappy takes a gun and kills Lark where he stands. They escape suspicion and disperse the murder weapon, but on a drive home, Cappy is killed in an accident. Literary devices used. Personification. Small trees had attacked my parents' house at the foundation. They were just seedlings with one or two rigid, healthy leaves. Nevertheless, the stocky roots had managed to squeeze through the knife cracks. They had grown into the unseen wall, and it was difficult to pry them loose. From page 10. The weeds are personified by being able to attack and squeeze, creating a significant illustration of the pain being done to the parents' foundation of their house and family. Foreshadowing. I had 3 friends. I still keep up with 2 of them. The other is a white cross on the Monte Hyline. Virgil Lafornius was his name, or Cappy. Page 17. The subtle foreshadowing of the end result of one of the characters you are yet to meet. The subtlety of Cappy being nothing but a tombstone is a detail that, by nature of being in the beginning of the story, has no significance. As the book progresses and Cappy's importance is revealed, it becomes a painful reality. Metaphor. I was just thinking of this sort, that deep red of her lips, if it were printed on me, kissed on me, and become a burning solidified blood that would brand itself into my flesh and have a black seared brand shaped of a woman. On page 107. Sonia's lips are compared to hot bran. This is fitting because her lips and the bran share the characteristic of being so hot that it seems to be owning someone once it touches them. This is significant because it shows how Joe becomes so hypnotized by Sonia's beauty and that it becomes owned by it, which also reveals that his path to adulthood is very long. Imagery. She moistened her cracked, bleeding lips from the tip of her tongue. The description of Joe's mother, Geraldine's lips after she has been assaulted conveys the full terrible extent of the damage that was inflicted on her. Text connections. Text-to-text connection would be Joe from the Roundhouse is very similar to Amir from the Kite Runner, and that they both have loved ones who are physically and emotionally assaulted, in a time where they are not in positions of power, being childhood, and struggle to help the victim through their efforts. Whenever Joe tries to help his mother, she locks herself in her room, and whenever Amir tries to help Hassan, he freezes up and just has to listen to Hasef rape him. Text-to-world connection. The Roundhouse relates to the world right now because there is violence against women. The Violence Against Women Act that started in 1994. The act provided many resources toward investigation and prosecution of violent crimes against women, which was a major issue addressed in the book and in the world today. Text-to-self connection. The relatability I gather from this book is the tough decisions that Joe has to make at such a young age, especially the thoughts of retaliation to people who harm the ones he loves. Setting. Novel begins in 1988 on an OBGYN Native American reservation in North Dakota. The OBGYN were the 3rd largest Native American group, making them a large target to discrimination from Union Americans. The setting set the stage for many of the side conflicts that the character had to deal with, especially the struggle to find a place to call home, where nowhere in America is wild and free anymore. Final thoughts. The Roundhouse wasn't my cup of tea. The story seemed really self-involved and included many things that I couldn't relate to, like the Native American culture. The main conflict was powerful, but there is a lack of memorable moments aside from the major plot points. Looking back on it, however, I understand more devices used by Louise Erdrich and what their purpose was. See you later.